Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another beautiful episode of The Twist. I am Chanazi, and all I do is twist the little things my mom showed me in her beautiful traditional kitchen. Welcome back, everybody. It's bonding time by the fireside, and today we are going to be making some cocoa and jamjama, as we commonly call it in Cameroon. Cocoa and jamjama, or cocoyams, and air fried huckleberry. All right, guys. So we are going to start from scratch. We're going to go to the garden or to the farm and harvest our jamjama. So if you do not know what jamjama looks like, this is what jamjama looks like. This is the farm. We planted some jamjama or huckleberries, and this is what it looks like. So we're going to go ahead and harvest some jamjama. We're starting from scratch. We are starting from scratch. Your village girl is here. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and harvest some jamjama. So we are done with our harvest and it's time to fix our njama. Now this is how we do it in Cameroon. You just use your fingers. You do not need a knife. You need your fingers and some love. You can see I harvested a good quantity, a good amount. All right, guys. So we're going to use our fingers and pick out the healthy leaves and the very tender stems. You need to pick out the tender stems, and the stems that are hard are not needed for our njama. Right, so you just need to pick them. If you have any dried leaves or flowers, you need to take them out. So this is what you need to do. Just pick those leaves. Make sure you get the very tender stems. From the heart of Cameroon, where the rivers sing, chant twist, love's a secret thing. All right, now it's about time to wash our jamjama, and we need enough water. You just need to get enough water, a good amount of water, and potable water. That's all you need. And one other tip, when you're washing your jamjama, you do not need to strain it in the same bowl, because usually you have sand at the bottom of your bowl. You need to take the vegetables out of the bowl. You need to take them out of the bowl. Do not strain and leave your vegetables in the same bowl. All right, darlings. Mama's hands dance like fire in the pan, spices swirling like the dream she began. A wooden spoon tapping a beat of its own, a melody simmered, a rhythm unknown. She said the secret ain't the spice or the grain, it's the love you stirring, the joy you sustain. Channel twist, a taste of the village, every bite, a story of heritage, village from the heart of Cameroon, where the rivers sing. Channel twist, love's a secret thing. Quill. Each dish a poem, each meal a thrill. She said food ain't just for the hunger you feel, it's for the soul, for the wounds it can heal. And a twist, a taste of the village, every bite, a story of heritage, village from the heart of Cameroon, where the rivers sing. Channel twist, love's a secret thing. So now we are going to cook our njama, and this will take us just very few minutes. All right, so once your pot starts boiling, you need to stir your vegetables like inwardly. And how do I say it? All you need to do is make sure that the ones at the top go to the bottom and the bottom comes up, so that we have the same doneness. Because if you just allow them to cook, those at the bottom are going to be too tender, while the ones at the bottom will be crunchy, and this is not what you want. All right, so we're going to cook this for a few minutes, maximum 10 minutes, because it's not a huge quantity, it's not a big quantity. Then we're going to transfer it to our colander and strain it a little bit, making sure that it cools down. We need to let it cool down because we want to stop the cooking process. You can also run some cold water on it, that's fine. So I just squeezed part of the water out, and there we have our njama. So it's time to cook. We have our njama. I'm going to be using some tomatoes, some onions, some spring onions, and some scotch bonnet pepper. Guys, mm. mm. Then I'm going to be using some cocoyams. Yeah, I'm going to be using some cocoyams, some salt, and some palm oil. Hey, jama is palm oil. So for an extra touch, I'm going to be adding some chicken. Of let me say, for an extra twist, I'm going to be adding some chicken for more protein, for proteins. Yeah. So let's get started. Here I have my water. I'm making sure that I drink some water. I just added some lemon and some mint to my water. You can drink your normal regular water, that's fine as well. So we're going to start by slicing our tomatoes. Just slice your tomatoes as desired. Now, right deep in the villages, when they cook jamjama, they don't need all this luxury. Tomatoes, onions, they just use palm oil, salt, and that's fine. The old pots do the thing the right way. But here we are adding some tomatoes. We're going to add some spring onions. You can add leeks to eat if you want. Yeah, just slice your tomatoes as desired. Slice your onions, your spring onions. Right, guys. All right. You can use your chopping board. I love using my hands. That village girl in me will not let me use this chopping board and all those things. I just love using my hands. Okay, let's look at our pot. Our cocoyams are cooking beautifully. And hey, you want to make sure that you cook them thoroughly because you do not want to have this itchy sensation from the cocoyams. Okay. Then here our chicken is ready and we're going to go ahead and deep fry. You can grill your chicken if you want. You can roast them if you want. Just do what works for you. But today I feel like frying them. I just wanted to do some deep frying for the chicken. So our oil is hot. I just dropped a slice of onions, to test the oil traditionally if it is hot. Yeah. Then I went in with my chicken. Just fry your chicken until golden brown and you take it off the heat. Now let's talk about cocoyams. If you do not cook your cocoyams thoroughly, you're going to have this discomfort because cocoyams are not very friendly to the throat and the tongue, and even your hands when they are not thoroughly cooked. You will have this itchy sensation. You need to scratch your throat. Now, tell me how you're going to scratch your throat. So, you need to make sure that your cocoyams are thoroughly cooked. Like, you really need to cook them for a long period of time, and then you can enjoy them with ease. All right? Okay. Now, in a separate pot, I'm going to go in with some palm oil. Just add some palm oil to your pot. Once your oil is hot, go in with some salt. All right. Then you can go in with your onions. Pan fry your onions for a few minutes until it becomes fragrant or translucent. Then you can go in with your tomatoes. At this point, the mixture of the palm oil and the tomatoes gives you this distinctive aroma or fragrance in your house that everybody will know that you are a village girl or you're cooking a traditional dish. Now then, let's look at our pot of cocoyams. Our cocoyams are almost ready. If you're not very sure, let it cook until you see a small crack on your cocoyams and you're certain that your cocoyams are ready. Now I allowed my tomatoes and onions to cook until I have a stew-like base. Then I dropped in two Scotch bonnet peppers and I went in with my sliced spring onions. Once you add those, just give it a good and gentle stir. Now you can go ahead and add some salt, taste and adjust your seasoning. Then go in with some love. Alright. I went in with some love and I went in with fried chicken. Now when it comes to love, I'm not going to tell you the quantity you need to add to your food. Just do what works for you. Here I added 1.25 cup of love. Yeah, love is never enough. It is never in excess. You will not have overdose, right? So once you go in with your chicken, stir fry, allow it to simmer for a few minutes. Then you go in with your vegetables or you go in with your njama. Give it that beautiful and gentle stir. Once you stir it, you can go ahead and adjust the amount of love you want to add. Always make sure you add love to your cooking, guys. Always make sure you add love to your cooking. How many times should I tell you this? How many times should I tell you this? So here I tasted and I needed to adjust my salt. I added a little bit more salt, gave it a good mix. I gave it a good and gentle mix. At this stage, you will not allow it to overcook. Here, once you add in your vegetables, it's gonna cook for maximum 5 minutes and your vegetables are ready. You just need to make sure that everything is nicely combined. Like every leaf should be coated with some palm oil, some tomatoes, and some onions. I mean, they should be entangled. Each and every single thing in the pot should be interconnected. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but yeah, you need to give it a beautiful stir, making sure that they are nicely combined. All right. And then your jamjama is ready. You can go ahead and garnish it with extra love. Yeah, feel free to garnish it with extra love. And at this stage, our food is ready and it's time to dig in, guys. It is time to do what we know how to do at Chanazi's. I'm telling you guys, this is a very simple traditional dish, but it is awesome. It is awesome. And you can use this vegetable to enjoy some fufu corn. If you have fufu corn, just go ahead and do it. Just enjoy your jama with fufu corn. Yeah. Now it is time to enjoy our cocoa and jama. How do you do that? You start by peeling your cocoyams. Now, take note, some people will choose to peel their cocoyams before boiling. But hey, when we are talking about tradition, the village style, we boil them with the peel. We boil them before peeling them, right? So I'm just gonna peel my cocoyams and do what I need to take it and enjoy, guys. Come join me. Wash your hands and come over. Come over. Mm. So, as we enjoy this meal together, please do not forget to like the video, share the video, and drop your comments. And remember to always give it a try and let us know what you think in the comment section. You can also join our membership, you can support us in any way. Thank you so much for watching. Now, let's go ahead and enjoy. You can see me squeezing the pepper because I needed extra heat. I needed some extra heat, so let's go on. Let's enjoy. Yeah. Guys, this thing was not giving. I just needed to use my hands. I needed to use my hands to get the taste of the village. I'm a village girl. I am a village girl, so I needed to do what we do in the village. We use our hands. Yeah. Just make sure your hands are clean. Go ahead and enjoy. If you want to lick your fingers, lick them because this right here is finger licking. Now, guys, thank you so much for watching. We've come to the end of our video. I love you so much, guys. Let's remember to do some random act of kindness. Let's remember to be kind to people out there. Let's remember to spread some love. Thank you so much. Please remember to share the video, like the video, and of course, subscribe if you're yet to do so. Thank you so much. I love you all. Mwah! Let's enjoy the music.